Yo, what is up, guys? It is your boy Sonic Bros here, and today we're going to be doing a video talking about Supersonic and Sonic Forces. Let's get into it. Now, I'm going to have the timestamp for this video up. Basically, I have this video broken into sections where I have Supersonic by himself, and I have Supersonic with a custom character, and then Super Classic Sonic. So it's not really going to be broken out, but I'm going to give you the timestamp if you guys just want to see the gameplay, because the beginning is just going to be me talking about it. Let's get into it. Okay, so Supersonic is out and he's free until January 23rd, which I think is a bit scummy on Sega's part. But honestly, I see why they did it. It's a good marketing scheme. They're trying to sell more copies of Sonic Forces because people have been bashing the game. I personally really enjoy the game, but I think that I hopefully think that you change it to where Supersonic is free. You shouldn't have to pay for Supersonic. Plus, a lot of the stages, well, I won't say a lot, but some of the stages aren't really made for him. So it's really awkward, especially that you have to pay for it. I think it's a bit silly. But yeah, so it's a good marketing scheme to where the point is like they can get people to get the game before a certain point in time. But at the same time, I mean, Sonic Forces I think it's a good base game by itself. And Supersonic doesn't really work that well in certain stages, so there's really no point in paying $2 for a character that's what's free in every other installment, every other Sonic game. So I mean, like, you know, of course in other Sonic games you have to actually work to get him, but I mean, I think it's a bit silly to make him just DLC when he was actually in the game since day one. Not like the day the game came out, but like the day the day one patch came out. I'm sorry. He was in the game when the day one patch came out, and I actually got the game before the day one patch. I got it at a midnight release, and it's when they were giving out the Xbox One X, and I was there. I'm like, hey, I'm just trying to get a copy of Sonic Forces and leave, and they were like, oh, here you go. But yeah, so that's really it. I mean, the fact that you have to pay for it is kind of scummy when it was in the game since day one. But I mean, I can kind of see why they did it, but at the same time, I mean, they kind of make up for it because Episode Shadow was free, and Episode Shadow is pretty short, but it does add a little bit to the story, so I can't really be mad at it there. And it's kind of fun. It gives more modern Sonic-esque stages, which I really enjoy. So yeah, I can't really bash on it too much. Alright, so here I'm going to talk about the Supersonic gameplay itself. My favorite character, like my favorite playstyle of Supersonic would have to be when he's by himself as Modern Sonic and as Classic Sonic. I think it makes Classic Sonic stages way more enjoyable, than they were in the base game, because I really didn't like Classic Sonic at all. But it makes Modern Sonic stages a bit faster and gives you a bit more of a rush than he does as base Sonic. And I think that's pretty cool. Now, with the custom character, it really doesn't seem to work with all the stages, and this is one of my complaints with Supersonic, because they're making you pay for something that doesn't really quite work with everything. And I think it's silly that they're doing that, because if you watch, when you go to the gameplay, I don't know if we're there yet, because I'm not watching the video as I'm talking, but when you get to the gameplay of me with the custom character with Sonic, Supersonic, it's not as good as Modern Sonic and Classic Sonic as Supersonic, because there's certain parts of the stages where he just turns to regular Sonic right in the middle. Like if you're doing double boost, he will turn into regular Sonic, and it kind of takes away from it. And also, it's like the game does that a lot. Like when you complete a stage of Supersonic, it's not like Supersonic is really in the game, because your character just turns back into the regular form, which I think it's really weird. Like Sonic Generations didn't do that, where if you beat a stage of Supersonic, you would finish as Supersonic. It's just really weird. I thought it was really weird. I wanted to point that out. But yeah, it's fun, but not with a custom character. No, I'm sorry, I take that back. It is fun with a custom character, but the stages do not work exactly the same as they do with the regular characters, because it isn't really made for it, because when they're both together, it's made for both characters, right? So, but it's mainly made for the custom hero to help out Sonic. So when it's like mainly the custom hero and Supersonic is just there, he can't really do anything. Like in null space, he can kind of boost, but like not really. in the Metal Sonic boss fight, you have to get 50 rings somehow. And if you're watching the video right now, you'll see I'm kind of struggling as I'm trying to get those 50 rings. And then I finally get it towards the end of the boss fight, so it's just like, whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's Super Sonic is really cool, but I feel like they're gonna make you pay for something that isn't really fleshed out for a small amount of the stages is a bit ridiculous. Like, come on, Sega, you could do a bit better. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end it here. I want to talk about a few things before it's over. Today, me and my friends are gonna be recording the first episode of the podcast I talked about in the update video. So I hope you guys are excited for that. And for some reason, my capture card doesn't let me stream on YouTube. I have to figure out the settings for that. But I will be streaming on Twitch a little bit with my friends over the break, with the time I have left. So I will leave a link on that in the description below. Please go check it out. I'm going to try to get this video up as soon as possible. It may be in the same day, it may not be. But yeah, so the podcast will be up soon. We're gonna record that in a couple of minutes, actually, as I'm speaking. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.